Hello my fellow followers and friends. Welcome to my first ranking video for any game. Now, before I go on, just so you know, this is for every hero, and I'm going to explain for about 2 minutes each for each hero why I don't like them and why I do like them. So let's say people say Anakin is better than Luke. I am not going by that. I am going by how I like the heroes and how I would rank them. As you guys know, if you've watched my past live streams, I've only had a great experience with half of the heroes, so the ranking might not be the best. And also BB-8 and BB-9E will be ranked together because in my opinion there's nothing that much different about them except for their abilities. So I guess let's just jump right into it. Now, let's try and move past Aiden quickly. Her stun droid can help her so much with melting enemies away. Her shield against lightsaber heroes is kind of a weakness, but with blaster heroes it helps out a bit. And her secondary fire is pretty efficient whenever an enemy's blocking. Also her like sniper weapon she uses is pretty powerful as well, because I think that can hurt enemies through their block. But realistically, when it comes to any blaster or lightsaber hero, they just come on top of her every time. Now Phasma. Phasma is a mixed bag for me. Her stun droid is overpowered whenever it shocks people and you get to blast them, like with Aiden, but the droid just does it continuously without recharge. Phasma's staff strikes are powerful, but whenever it comes to like a lightsaber hero battle with that, it doesn't come on top of it. Her middle ability, where it gives you extra health and I think extra defense, is good, but will only help you a slight bit against damage and all. So BB-8, definitely the better of the brothers. He has a little scam that can search the area like Rey. He has the rolling charge ability. BB-9E isn't as good as BB-8. His electric charge ability that sends everyone flying isn't bad. He has the same ability with BB-8 where you can see stuff around him. Is alright, I guess. And his smoke ability is decent. It's pretty easy to see in the smoke if you've experienced fighting BB-9Es for a long time. Now from here until 13, the list is decent. I don't know too much about Bosk, if I'm being honest, but I do know his middle ability is just powerful as hell. It can literally annihilate a hero's health. Even Obi-Wan, the highest regening hero in the game, like, even he can't recover from it if he's shot by about like 7 of them in a row. The ability on the left, also, if a hero is at very, and I mean very, like critical health, you throw that at an enemy and they're dead. It can also heal you, and a certain star card, I believe, each second you're in it, it'll give you 20 extra health for sitting in it for a second. So, either way, boss is going to be healing him back up to full health. The ability on the right is probably the least favourable out of the three. It doesn't help as much. If an enemy sees you drop the 3 bombs or multiple bombs on the ground, then it's just inevitable that they're just going to dodge it, and realistically there's no point of putting any star cards for this ability on because it's predictable as hell. And for Bosk's health, it's fine. The way he can heal up back to full, even if he's at 1 health, is good, but the amount of time it takes, I think I heard one time it takes like a full minute just to reach back up to full health. But for other heroes, if you're healing back up to 200 health, it takes about 6 seconds. So I don't like Bosk for that. Now, Rey is probably the hero that I have played the least, and keyword being hero. Villains, probably the least I've played as is Phasma or Bosk. But Rey, for me, is actually a decent hero. As I said, for boss rest, until 13 are decent. Her middle ability, where she can see at least a few meters around her, pretty good for Galactic Assault and Supremacy. Her dash ability with the strike is overpowered for like showdown and heroes versus villains, and Galactic Assault if you're charging like loads of enemies. And her right ability, oh my god, it's like I don't know what's wrong with Rays these days, because like it should be so easy to take out an enemy that can't turn their camera properly while it's inverted. But Rays just, I don't know, they just don't know how to dodge behind a guy and just, slap him in the back. And it just aggravates me whenever people will do that to me, because then it just shows that Ray's bad. Now, Chewbacca, back in the day, was a beast. If you put his middle ability on against a Vader, that Vader is gone. He is a Force Ghost now. The middle ability now is still good, it just didn't dominate as much as it does now. Sorry, it isn't as good as it used to be, but his left ability is possibly his best. Maybe going on as long as Lando's with the stun. But if it doesn't, that's fine, because you still get a few licks in before it ends. And his right ability. I don't know what to say about his right ability, because it's probably the least I've seen, except for when Chewbacca's want to escape an area with loads of villains, or, like, just enemies, like troopers and all. I believe there's a star card where it can put more resistance on whenever people shoot at you or hit with a lightsaber. And I believe it's like 40% maybe. But his health overall for 800, I believe, or 850, pretty good. One critique I have about Chewbacca himself and not the abilities is his speed. Whenever he's running with other blaster heroes, he just doesn't pick up the pace properly. He's too slow. I believe Vader, if they both run beside each other, they're literally the same movement speed. And my friend Calvin Clan 17, if you've watched my streams, you would know who he is. He's very specialized in blaster heroes, mainly Phasma, Chewbacca, and Finn. Maybe even Lando, because he likes Lando a lot. So in my opinion, this is a good placement for Chewbacca. So he is coming in at 16th place. Now, I've actually wanted to be getting into Booba at some point. I'm starting to like him a lot now, especially with his infinite jetpack feel ability, where I can just be a massive cunt and fly about away from lightsaber heroes, mainly lightsaber heroes, because Jesus Christ, lightsaber heroes are just hungry to kill you. Blaster heroes though, blaster heroes are very powerful against Booba. I think they're the greatest thing against Booba. Other than Anakin. If Anakin pulls you out of the air and uses his heroic might just to put you on the ground a little bit longer, and you're at least at 200 health, you have a 50-50 chance at dying. His stun rocket, back in the day, with a certain star card, I don't know what it's called anymore, but I think it was removed and replaced with another star card. That star card was really bad, because it said, the enemy would stay in, like, the flashbang vision for, like, 2 seconds longer. But it actually didn't. The effect still went on for as long as it was without the star card. The animation was still going on for another 2 seconds, though. That is a massive problem. That is my least favourite ability from Booba. But his rocket barrage, woo! That is good. So Booba's coming in at 15th place. Leia. What is bad and not good to say about Leia? Her rapid fire E11 just melts. If you have a Vader that has that 25 resistance when he puts on the rage ability, that thing is still gonna shred through that and annihilate him. If the Vader doesn't block, I guess. Her newest ability from her most recent patch, the grenades, the thermal detonators. Now, the thermal detonators are very powerful. I'd say if you launch 2 at an enemy, they're at least as powerful as hands. And that is some good shit right there. Especially if you put on, like, the extra radius with the grenades. It's just so much, better. Obviously in this clip that isn't here that I can show you. If you guys play Battlefront 2, you know that it just murders. Her shield ability, definitely the least favourable, but let's say you're in Galactic Assault or Capital Supremacy, that is going to work out very well for you because there's going to be less villains to attack you. And also, I never knew this until recently, the shield can actually heal you if you stay inside it. So there's a 1-up for the shield. Now, Count Dooku. Now, it's going to be a bit of a surprise that he's set here because, as you know, I actually kind of like Dooku and I play him a bit, especially in Showdown, because in that game mode, you're going to have skill. You have a higher chance of having, like, a high level on that than you do in HVV. So, Dooku, definitely the lightsaber hero that requires the most skill out of both sides, because like his dodging, his duelist, his lightning, his weakness, well, exclude the weakness, I don't think you really need skill for weakness. All you need to do is like press R1 and all. But his duelist requires a lot of skill. You're gonna have to finesse your enemy so much. His lightning can be so effective whenever duelist is active before you hit them with the lightning, because it's like it's like really overpowered and like godly. His weakness, however, I don't know about it because I know I think it makes the enemies deal less damage to you and makes you deal more damage to them. There's a star card where you can put 20% extra damage for damaging them. So that ability with the card is good. A Grandmaster without a Jedi Order. Grandmaster Yoda. A promising hero in my opinion, actually. And at this point, this is where the heroes start getting good until 7. Now, Yoda's middle ability, I believe it's called... I don't care. If you put a card on it with 60 extra health, that helps out so much, especially when getting shot or getting hit by lightsabers. His dash attack ability can hit through blocks, which is so good against like block spammers, where they just sit there. Mainly like Mauls or Vaders, possibly even Grievous, because you know his stamina was really low and he can't really withstand Yoda's stamina. His all-out ability, his push ability, is pretty good as well, because the more it's charged up by blaster bolts and all, the more expanded it gets towards. And I believe there's a card where like the amount of damage you absorb with that block, and you do the heal ability. I believe it actually regens your health, not like it gives you extra health. It actually regens your health more. So I call that pretty good. And Yoda blocking Sidious's lightning is really good as well. So Sidious is like there's no point in being Sidious Yoda somewhere. So yeah.
targets left. Making progress. Stand strong. Liking?
May the best side prevail.
The dark side will blind you forever! I sense your determination.
They can take some.
You see me, right?
Look upon me now.
I won't give up. Kill the dog.
I can feel them. Desperate and afraid. Twist and fall. Cowards!
How pleasant of you to join us.
And where to stop this?
Destiny takes a dark turn as the first hero falls.
Flanking positions.
Be sure none escape. I must have really hit a nerve.
Got it.
You cannot hide. entertaining desperation.
Enemy forces are taking control of Command Post Dorn. Control of Command Post Dorn has been lost.
Today we conquer.
Won't go any farther. Submit to me.
Payment is all.
Feel them. Desperate and afraid.
Target located.
Perhaps they preserve their strength.
Defy me.
Coming!
Target detected.
The force is strong, but you are not.
Target recognized.
So free. You have
Han Solo, arguably the best blaster hero in the entire game, from his rapid fire to his thermal detonator to his charge. Now, I'll explain the thermal detonator first. His thermal detonator is just, oh my god, it's just so destructive. Like, if you have a full room of troopers and you just throw it right in there in the middle of it, they're all gone. Rapid fire's pretty good against Palpatines, especially Palpatines. And his run and charge ability is pretty good if a hero is blocking and they're like at least like 100 health, and that'll take him out. Han's health, I think it's 650, is pretty good in my opinion for Han. His run speed, definitely faster than Chewbacca's by a mile. His gun is just really good. It might be the best gun because there's no damage drop off. The further it goes, it doesn't even matter. I don't think there's even drop off, and if there is, it's just a tiny bit of damage drop off. Han with Anakin, Luke, and Obi-Wan might be the most OP team up in the entire game, considering they can just defend Han and he can shoot from the back, and and whenever like any of them are fighting a villain, he can just wreck their health or destroy their stamina. If Obi-Wan was against Grievous, his stamina's gone by a long mile, so Han is 5th place. This is going to come of a bit of surprise, because Anakin is my highest level and the hero I most likely play the most as. His ability wheel with Heroic Might, Pull Dominance, and Passionate Strike are really good, and whenever you get Retribution into the mix, it gets even better. But the thing with Anakin is that, like, a lot of people are saying this, glitches and, like, his Heroic Might, his glitch, 50-50 chance of it actually working, just ruins Anakin, and whenever it happens, it just devastates me. Whenever I'm in co-op and we're in Felicia and there's a tank and there's like hundreds of droids with like Dooku and all, and my Heroic Might or Retribution does that, bro, I am so pissed. Plus, it doesn't even give you damage resistance, so like, you can block, but you can't dodge. So like if a tank is going to hit you, you can't dodge out of the way. You have to run, which is much harder to get away from. Anakin's abilities, though, Heroic Might, pretty powerful if you use it right. If you keep letting enemies shoot at you and let the area get bigger, that's probably the worst idea, because back in the day, if you hit Anakin more, the area would still get bigger and the damage would get higher, and it would just annihilate like anyone's health, especially Vader's. Vader with his rage on 1,150 health, I think he would, get destroyed if Anakin was at like full power of Heroic Might. Full Dominance, pretty good ability. Grab your enemy closer if he's weak and just whack him with your lightsaber. Passionate Strike. Now, back in the day, Passionate Strike was really good because whenever an enemy blocked, you could hit them and they would fall over, so then you would be able to get another hit in with your lightsaber. But you can't do that anymore because they thought, oh, that was way too overpowered, because then Anakin would be able to batter you down like 3 times with Pull, Heroic, and Passionate. Now for Retribution, used to go on for 5 seconds, which is really good. Now it goes on for 2. That doesn't change how powerful it is, though. The Retribution can literally take like at least 300 health off you, so Anakin is at 4th place. Luke Skywalker, the son to the Chosen One, a powerful Jedi, Jedi Grandmaster in fact, might be even more powerful than Yoda. Now, Luke's ability wheel might be on par or even, much better than Anakin's ability wheel. Repulse is really good. If you put on like the larger area, like the range of it, it gets really good, especially in like Galactic Assault or Co-op or Supremacy. His push is very effective. It can kill any troopers except for the heavy and specialists and all. Luke's dash strike is very good for getting out of situations, and very good for like trying to dodge around your enemy much faster than you would with the actual dodge. Luke's health is very good. I don't have any problem with Luke's health. If it was 900, I'd be like, okay, well, it's understandable why Anakin has 900 health, because he's a beast and he's a chosen one. But then when it comes to Luke, I'm a bit confused, because Luke was never shown to be like a legendary Jedi, except for Return of the Jedi. Obviously, like he was a pretty big badass there. Luke's damage, I think it's 120, is fairly good in my opinion. If you put on a certain star card where you defeat 18 enemies, it gives you 36 extra damage, and that can just annihilate any troopers except for the heavy and the specialist, obviously. Yeah, Luke's lightsaber in general is pretty powerful. Luke's run speed is probably the fastest other than Maul's. Maul's run speed is pretty fast. Luke's stamina is very good. His attack stamina is very good. If you put on a certain star card, it gets even better. His blocking is very good. His dodging is, I call it really, really good. But when it comes to like fighting like Maul or like Vader, you have to concentrate really hard, because like you have to keep an eye on your health. Even though you're fast, they may be faster in their own regard. So Luke is at 3rd place. Now we come to the last villain, and the second last hero/villain to be ranked on this ranking. Maul is very versatile. He's very fast. His lightsaber strikes are very fast. His dodging is very fast. His abilities are very good. His ability wheel might be the 3rd best, beside Anakin and Luke's. His lightsaber throw is very good. There's a certain star card where it does 20 extra damage. In my opinion, that's actually better than Vader's, because you don't have to have it come back to actually do the extra damage that you have the star card on for. So he gets the extra damage for when he hits them at the face, and then when he hits them at the back. His dash strike, his speedy attack, is it's alright to me, because half the time it doesn't work. This is like the same problem I have with Anakin. glitches kind of ruin the both of them. So Maul's lightsaber strikes are good if they work, and that's kind of rare in my opinion. His choke hold ability, where he chokes them and throws them, is alright. It's only for like using it to either throw them off to kill them, or just to get some space between you so you can get your stamina up or your health, or even both. Maul's run speed is very fast. I'd say it's like at least 1.5 times faster than Vader. Also, his attack stamina it's half decent in my opinion. His block stamina is probably better than his attack stamina. Maul against heroes like Anakin or Luke, well, you have to concentrate. You have to get skillful with Maul before you attempt to like go, ham on them or anything. You need to learn Maul to know Maul. You have to be smart with Maul. Maul's probably the hero that has to have the most brain cells to play as him. So yeah, Maul overall, in my opinion, is like really good and the best villain, because he was probably my first villain. Because in the beta there was this mission where you got to play either as a B2 battle droid or Darth Maul, and this was in Naboo. And I got Maul, and bro, I was so happy at the time. So Maul is coming in at 2nd place. Obi-Wan, Jedi Master in the Jedi Council, Master of the Chosen One, and the Chosen One's son. Obi-Wan's blocking stamina is very good. That's the one thing I'm going to go off of, because, everyone knows his stamina is amazing. His attack stamina is just, well, normal for everyone, but unless you put on a certain card that gives you 40% extra stamina for both blocking and attacking. So Obi-Wan can just go ham and ham again. He can keep going. His ability wheel is good in my opinion. His all-out push is good if you put on the right star cards, like the half a second one, where like he can just push in half a second, full power. His restrictive mind trick is very good as well, not letting any enemies use their abilities. The one problem I have with it is that they nerfed it so badly that they actually took like the dodging thing away. So even though you can take away their abilities, you cannot take away their dodges anymore, which is really, really sad. But his defensive rush, if you put on the right star card for it, I think it's like 40 extra damage. You could just run through enemies like they're cheese and you're the cheese grater. Obi-Wan's run speed is very, very good. His lightsaber attack speed is also good. Against a Vader or Maul, you have to be patient, because Obi-Wan is a very patient hero. Even if you're fighting a trooper, you have to be patient. You can't let them take too much health off you in the fight if you just keep swinging your lightsaber. So overall, Obi-Wan is the best hero and villain out of everyone. So Obi-Wan is first. Hey guys, so same for my tribute videos. If you want to like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. That'll help me out in my own motivation to create more tributes and ranking videos like these. So if you want that, like and subscribe, and Excelsior.